We continue coverage now on a story Missoula residents have been telling us about since even before the pandemic. And it's that they cannot find a place to live. Just last week, you heard the experiences of two renters struggling to find housing due to low inventory and those ever increasing prices. Now the Missoula Organization of Realtors says strong demand for housing is leading to the highest number of homes sold in decades, on top of the lowest number of homes that are actually available to buy. The new data shows the median sales price or middle value of a Missoula home is now $420,000. That's the number at the end of the first quarter of 2021. And that represents a 20% increase from the 2020 price of $350,000. It's not just Missoula experiencing the jump. Across the state, we do know Missoula's prices are towards the top, but we are behind Bozeman, which is well over $600,000. And Kalispell beats even Billings, which is Montana's most populous city, with a price of $400,000. The place where you can find the lowest median price for homes in Montana is in Glendive. Now, Missoula's prices have been growing steadily over the years. In 2001, the median price was $138,000. 10 years ago, that price sat at $205,000. But it's this past year's surge that has created this lack of housing. And MTN's Katie Miller has reported extensively on the subject over the past year and updates us now.
So now you've seen the numbers, you've seen how much the prices have increased over the years. But what you might not know is what's driving those price increases and how it's impacting our fellow Missoulians.
I learned after about 3 months of being in it that it was going to be this hard, but I never expected this in Missoula.
For lifelong Missoula resident Madison Bell, trying to buy her first home has been a long, frustrating ordeal.
There's definitely been some tears.
After several attempts,
2 offers,
7 months of searching, and no bites.
You go in, you're all excited, you think you're going to get this house, falls through. Someone offered all cash, someone offered $50,000 more than you. I mean, it's been hard, yeah.
She's finally under contract on a new home.
It all happened at a good time, at a chaotic time. We're getting married in a month.
Madison and her fiance want some extra space to start a family soon and let their dog run around. They'll end up paying about $135,000 more than they intended, but it's worth it to them if it means staying in her hometown.
One of the most heartbreaking struggles throughout this whole process was maybe not living here, because we're that local economy that, I mean, we've been working here. I've been working here since I was 16, and I was like, I don't know if I can swing it. I don't know if I can find a house. And so to have your whole life imagine that you live here and then have that taken away from you, that's where all the tears came from.
The Missoula Organization of Realtors says historically low interest rates and a 9.1% decline in home listings add to the growing housing crunch. In a meeting on Wednesday, MOR said Missoula has about 86 current active listings, or less than a month's supply. A normal amount of supply is between 3 and 9 months, according to Brent Wahlberg.
We have not been in a situation where we have reported a quarterly amount of normal supply since the first quarter of 2019.
In other words, the supply has been dwindling since before the pandemic, and prices aren't going back down.
Before, I'd look at a home, be $350,000, be a beautiful, practically new home, move-in ready. Not anymore.
All these things mean home buyers like Madison are working overtime to find a place to call home.
Hopefully this all works out because there's so many moving boxes in my house.
In Missoula, Katie Miller, MTN News.
You can read the entire 2021 Missoula Housing Report on kpax.com right now, or you can see the upward trend in real estate prices for yourself.